Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here at Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. On play action, it's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, it's exactly what you're looking for.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let...
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Joe Reed returning. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. I thought he had the angle along that sideline. Didn't quite get there, though.
Didn't quite get there, but they did keep him from getting into the end zone. Now when you look down and line up on defense, you see the goal line beneath your feet. If that doesn't motivate you to play hard.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
The Chiefs 12-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in this second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Butker now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Harrison.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 42.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Herbert's throw taken in by Cook. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's a second down. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Kelly. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Joshua Kelly taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Chiefs 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, it's Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Throwing on second and long. Herbert flushed out right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
You definitely would have liked to hit on that one because now you got a third and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They go play fake. Mahomes. That's into the hands of Isaiah Coulter. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Both of these coaching staffs feverishly making their final plans for the second half. One of these two teams is going to get their first win. And for the call, let's kick it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Once more, here's Eckler. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Herbert on 3rd down now. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's Hill on the return. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Coulter. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. One thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that gives him a 3-point lead.
Chargers 21. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert. And his throw here's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Looking deep downfield. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs' offense are not set to begin this drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be a second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Mahomes now to throw. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Mahomes firing complete. A beautiful spin and room to run. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jerry Tillery picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Here's Mahomes to throw. Rolling to his right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get...
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Chiefs are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Uchenna Nwosu able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Patrick Mahomes. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's airing it out for Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with
pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, but frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Herbert on 1st down now. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete on the deep ball. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. I got him. Check, check, check.
To the air again, Herbert. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun, Herbert on third down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones picks up his second sack of the afternoon. A third and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That fifth defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
He's airing it out for Williams. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Williams loses the football. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now it's Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. Here's second and 10. Here's Herbert. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Herbert throwing again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Edwards-Helaire now off the option. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 50 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And the first down, Chiefs.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Spinning past him. They find some open field here. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking, they think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Kansas City, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take